So as I said, I'm back. 2 seconds for you, like, oh my gosh. So yes, so most of these now are just obviously the games, but there are a few like more limited edition ones thrown in. Not as many as the big box ones as you've seen previously. So, first of all, we have Let's Go Pikachu, and this one comes with the Pokeball Plus. So we have this one, and we do have this one. So that is Let's Go Eevee with the Pokeball Plus. This one is my partner's, he paid for it for himself, and this one is mine and I pay for it myself. This obviously comes with the Pokeball, it comes with the game itself, which does have a changeable cover. So my other half likes to do these covers. So normally you've got this cover, which is the standard, but it's got like a changeable cover to this one. So that's just his choice to like change it. Personally, I'm not into it. I don't change them. But yeah, you obviously get the Pokeball Plus. This is actually my one. It is completely run out of battery. And for pre-ordering them, I actually don't know. I think my Pikachu one is floating about. Oh, okay. That's his one. I must have pinched it at some point because mine is in here. See, look, mine's all pretty and like really kept neat, and his is just not. It's just men for you. But yeah, so that is mine apparently. I will put his back in the box now that I know. I found that floating in the bedroom. No idea what he was considering doing, but so first things first, Pokeball Plus. It's worth it if you've got a child of a certain age and they want the authenticity of kind of I'm a Pokemon trainer. If not, and you've got a team that wants this, to be honest with you, it's just a complete fad, and I would literally just buy the game on its own. It's also cheaper. You don't need the Pokeball Plus to play the game. And also, while we're here, I purchased this for my Pokeball because it made it a lot easier to charge it. It did mean you had to like add this back piece to your Pokeball, and it just sits on, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Pokemon Center, so that's why I purchased this. These actually became very hard to purchase. I don't know if they still are, but yeah. So what I was saying was, with the pre-order, you've got a keyring like this, and we do have the Pikachu one. I think it's in the garage in a box full of other bits that I haven't bought in yet because I haven't got space. So we have those. Second thing we have is this. So this is just a Joy-Con charger. So this is kind of, this I bought a game and it wasn't that expensive at all. It's made by Numskull again, and it does its purpose. If you've got like kids that constantly are going to run their controllers out, then I'd recommend it. Or if you've got lots of friends that are always going to come on and play. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste of time because your console will run out before your Joy-Cons do 99% of the time, and then you're going to charge your console and it will charge your Joy-Cons too. So I wouldn't purchase anything like this. This is what it looks like, obviously without I haven't put the wire in the back, but. And the other thing is, which drives me batty, the reason why I didn't have it on so much in my bedroom was it glows constantly. Even when the controllers are 100% charged, it still glows greeny blue. So I personally don't use it at all, and it just will go back in the box for us. It's not something we use. The next thing is we have this controller. So this is his Samus controller. It is obviously gold and red. It has the same premises as the gold controller. The minute you touch it, it smears. You can see it. I personally don't like it. It's very sleek to use. He barely uses it. My parents actually bought him this one for like Christmas or birthday or something. So and I purchased it originally off Argos for them to give to him because it was reduced to clear. I have 2 of these. So when Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out, I needed headphones, and they made these snazzy headphones. You can see it's really nicely done. The first set that I actually purchased, I used to use a hell of a lot, until one day at my old work I spilled soup on it, So that would be this one. And I actually busted the headphones like completely, and I was so upset because I thought I was never going to find them again. Managed to actually find a second set, but thought, well, I'm going to keep the box because there's nothing wrong with the box and it is fully usable either for other headphones or just for other things. So they come from Game originally when they came out as well. So we do have this one, which is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. This one, I originally grew up with this game. I had this game on the Game Boy Color, and I played it so bad. Just like I had Legend of Zelda DX and other games like Minish Cap, etc. So I did pre-order this one. I absolutely adore it. It comes with some quite nice bits. So it does actively come with this, which is a steel box case that is supposed to look like the original game. It does come with the game itself and like an art book also. I'm going to just lift that up because I think, yeah, that's everything. So I will say this limited edition is very, very nice and visually appealing, especially if it's something that you have played over time. I will also say it is a bunch of shit. So you will not hear people say that because they are so in love with it. When I first got this, one of these was actually broken, and I had to like take it, like basically do a knot and filter it back through. It's very poor quality. It's kind of like the cardboard, but you know, that thick paper. It's not, and I know cardboard is thick paper, don't come for me, but you know what I mean if you do art. It's not anything that I would go, that is thick, really good quality card that they have spent money on. I go, that's even on the piss. Like, it literally, you might not be able to see it, but the left side is going like that. So they really dished these out as quickly as they actually could. And yeah, I personally, like, as I said, it's a collectible that I will really cherish. But if you are looking to purchase it, take things into consideration. It is not the most best made one going. And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for it, but as I've said, I literally have so many collectibles that it's easy to compare sometimes against those, instead of being like, oh, someone who has only just bought it and that's the only one they've got. So this one, Fire Emblem Warriors. So this one I got from CEX. It is completely secondhand. It comes with the game, some cards and some CDs. And actually, because it was secondhand, I got it a lot cheaper because it comes with the cards and the game. The CD actually, soundtrack is like 3 CDs for a soundtrack. It didn't come with. So I can look to purchase them if I choose separately. It was actually the price that attracted me to this, because I'm not a big Fire Emblems fan. So I purchased this just for that reason. I think it cost me about a tenner, just like this. So we have Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This is the limited edition Steelbox edition. So basically what that means is this was the first time that they'd ever done it like this, but they actually had both games in one box because they were fully aware that you might have 2 kids and one might want to play one and one might want to play the other, or adults. We are mentally children, so it's fine. It also comes with a Steelbox inside as well. And you also got extra downloadable content, which was, I believe, these Pokemon, dependent on which game you had. Personally, it was actually not a bad way of buying it, and I believe it also saved us £10 to £15 buying it like this than buying 2 separate games. They did sell out, but whether or not it'll ever be worth money, I don't know. They are still doing loads of DLC for this, and also if you go to Smith's Toy Shop at the moment, no purchase is required. You can actively get a download code for a centipede Pokemon, and as I said, no purchase required. Just pick the paper up off either on the till area or on the actual like games area, and just take it to till. Any till can do it, and they will print the code off for you. I have this one. So this is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and this is, it's called a hybrid cover. slash screen protector. You can see it does that. Personally, I don't use it anymore because it does stand the console a lot better. I don't use it anymore because it made my console slash nearly overheat, and that's because you turn your console off, but if you just flicked it over, it covered the vents on the back. So if you accidentally left your console on and did that, it basically, my console was so hot at one point I freaked out, so I took it off. I got these. So these are two Splatoon 2 keyrings. These actually came from basically their new version of Club Nintendo. So if you go on My Nintendo at which you have to have an account if you've got a Nintendo Switch, they have some items now that you can purchase which are real items, as they call them, not in-game purchase items. So these are actually 100 platinum points, but they do have others. Some things which I don't get, like these are 100 platinum points, which are hard plastic, but if you want some postcards of Splatoon characters, they're 400 points. But either way, take a look. You do have to pay postage. Postage depending on where you are. So I'm just fidgeting. But yeah, so I'm in the UK, so actively I have to pay £6 for postaging. Hence why I've only actually got that item and one other item. I will not pay that for postcards. Right. Toki Retro Edition. So that is this one. This one comes with some stickers, an art book, 2 lithograms, the game, and I'm definitely not going to do it right now. But basically this. So it kind of makes like an old school video game cabinet, as if you're in an arcade. It's really cute, and that's the only reason I purchased it. This is originally, I believe, a Game Gear game, Sega Game Gear game, but yeah, this is not my cup of tea at all. It's reduced to clear at like a tenner, so that's why I purchased it. I wouldn't have otherwise. So Axiom Verge. So this one again just comes with a poster, a soundtrack, the game, and an art book. So personally, it's not a bad game, and I believe the gentleman that helped make this game, or actually wrote the game, had a son that was very ill and in hospital, so he put all the money that he got from it basically towards that. Hence why it was actually inflated on the Nintendo Switch with pricing compared to every other console that it is on. I have this one. So this one's really cute. I will show you this one. So this is Bayonetta 1 and 2. I don't know why they keep doing this with games, which kind of sucks. But this is this. Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 1 and 2 hardcover. Obviously the inside looks like that. It's very pretty. You get the stickers that are in there and the cards that are in there. You also only got, basically, which kind of, I hate it when they do this, but I believe, is it that way around? Yes. So Bayonetta 1 you got a download code for, where Bayonetta 2 you actually got the blooming game for. So as I said, I kind of get frustrated when they do that. They've gone to all the effort. They could have done a cart in one and a cart in another, but yeah, it's a really cute one. Obviously definitely 18 plus, in case anyone is wondering on those two games. Travis Strikes Back. So I really enjoyed this game personally. This game I bought includes the season pass, as well as I got this with it, which is just some artwork. I won't ever get this out. Personally, as I've said to you, I don't really like those kind of things on the wall so much. But yeah, it's a really good game, and I would highly recommend it. If you want to test this game out and you've still actually got a Nintendo Wii floating about, No More Heroes is originally a Nintendo Wii game. There is a second one on the Wii, but it's very, very expensive. So I would go for the first one. It's a lot cheaper. Give it a go, and then that's obviously if you've got one of those consoles to plug in. So this is Sonic Mania Plus, and this includes an art book, Sonic Mega Drive reversible cover. Oh yeah, I know what he means. I was like, what? You can't reverse this. I get it now. So that is this one. Personally, this is my partner's. This isn't mine. And as you can see, you can reverse the cover to that from that. I do really like Sonic. I just doesn't faze me that much. So yeah, these two are mine. So I really love the old school platforming PlayStation 2 games like Ratchet and Clank, and other ones like that, like Spyro, original Spyro. They were like, I think, when I was a kid. So these two are basically very similar to PlayStation 2 original games like that. Asterix and Obelix XXL2 limited edition. Asterix and Obelix XXL3 the Crystal Mihai. Yeah. So these actually come basically with the game and a couple of figures. Personally, if you're looking to just purchase the game for these ones, I have got unboxings and I would recommend you watch them. Most of the time the figures are absolute tut, and even though I love Asterix and Obelix and grew up with them as a child, I personally wouldn't purchase these again, knowing how bad and poorly painted the figures are, especially Obelix on his trousers, as you will see if you see the video, and Asterix in other places as well. I would look to purchase and use your money for actual maybe Asterix and Obelix memorabilia if that's what you are into. This is not good. So we are going for, if I bring these up here, we're going for some of these. So Gun Pixies, really cute game. I believe most of these just come with like a cute little art book as well. So the game and the art book, really cute. It's kind of like Galgun and stuff like that. So that one is mine. Guilty Gear 20th anniversary. Guilty Gear is obviously a fighting game. I love Guilty Gear. It's so good, and I prefer this over stuff like Street Fighter. That's just my preference. Yeah, and this obviously comes with an art book as well. That one's mine. World End Syndrome. So a lot of these you will notice are kind of like the story-based driven kind of games. This comes with an art book as well. It's very around the area Doki Doki came out, and everybody was kind of jumping on the bandwagon. Okay, that one's mine. Our World is Ending. I'm pretty sure my parent-in-laws bought me this one because I really wanted it. I didn't want to miss out on it. It's very good. Again, it's a very story driven game. This one is completely in Japanese, and if you are going to do it, you're going to have to read a lot, so take that in consideration. This one came with a key ring as well as a book, but when I purchased this one actually, because when I purchased it I remember getting the key ring because the guy was like, oh, I've got one of those lying around, and like threw it at me, so I got 2 key rings. I know what game they bought me now. It's in amongst there. Riding Loud. I have no idea. I've never played it. Again, it's a story-driven, horror-based game. Comes with an art book. Shantae, Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. So this comes with a soundtrack, an art book, and the game. This is originally a Game Boy Color game that came out very late into the Game Boy Color or Game Boy like lifespan, and because of that, it basically didn't do very well, and it really should have, because it's a very good game. Also, it's very expensive on any other console, so on originally the Game Boy game if you want to buy it. So I would purchase it on this console if you want to test it. It's really fun, really cute, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper way to play it. Dusk Over. Again, this is a story driven game. This comes with a badge set and an art book. This is my partner's, and I purchased it for him, Christmas, birthday, something along those lines, but yeah. Satus. This is really good. It comes with an art book and the game. This is mine, and I purchased it. This was one of the first games that I purchased on Nintendo Switch. This is a rhythm-based game that is very, very good and very hard, if I'm honest, depending on what like difficulty you're playing it on. This one is very driven, personally, in my opinion, for the Japanese culture. Why? Because they are a hell of a lot better at these kind of rhythm games than what we are. I can get quite far on it, but as I've said, I play a lot of rhythm games compared to most British people. As I've said, very, very good, and if you do like rhythm games, 110% recommend it. And I think it's actually not even that expensive, and you don't have to buy it in that limited edition box either. Day 1 edition, root letter, last answer letter. This comes with a art book and the game. I originally wanted to play this on Vita, and we didn't have a Vita at the time, so this is how I purchased it. Again, it's a story-driven based game. It's very good, and it's quite, they've got like behind the scenes and stuff like that, and that's really nice as well. The longest 5 minutes. So I don't think this is a legit Nintendo official game. I know I got it off eBay, but if I'm honest, I think it's I can't think of the name of it now, but basically it's a company that does games and stuff like that. So you get a pin badge, you get the game itself, you get a soundtrack, which is really nice, and you also get an art book. The whole premise of this game is, instead of being a hero and starting from the beginning of the actual game itself and going, right now I have to learn everything from day 1, you're at the boss battle and you have to remember everything to be able to get through it, and you have 5 minutes to do so. The game lasts longer than 5 minutes. You have like flashbacks, etc. It's very good. So this one again is a Japanese based game, and when I put it this way, when I try and get points on it, like, because you can get points on all your games, it doesn't recognise the region I'm in and says that I'm in the wrong region to receive those points. Shinodon, I'm going to say that says limited edition. So this comes with a soundtrack, a certificate, a manual, and the game itself. So this is a like shooter based game, and I'll kind of put up what I mean. It's very Japanese style because these are very popular in Japan again, but personally not over here. It is very fun and I really enjoy it, and it's really weird because the front really is kind of, it obviously does go with the game, but it doesn't, and it's quite funny to think about it. So now I have a lot of games. I'm just going to do these 3 first. So I'm going to do these 3 first because they're, again, the limited editions. Everything else is standard games, and then I can just kind of flick them up real quick. So we have Flashback for 25th anniversary. This is an old kind of original NES game. Personally, I never played it. I didn't have a NES. This comes with a steelbox, a certificate, soundtrack, manual, and game. You can play it as well as the HD version that they've created on this one, or you can play it as the original game as it originally intended. So that is your choice. I bought this from Game second hand, so it was quite cheap. Lego DC Supervillains Deluxe Edition. So it includes the Lex Luthor Lego Minifigure Plus, Season Plus, exclusive Harley Quinn Steelbox, limited edition while stocks last. That's a mouthful to put on your box. But either way, I really love Lego games. If you don't know already, I adore Lego games. So yeah. Deadly Premonition, Origins Collector's Edition. Obviously by Numskull, not just by Numskull, but yeah. So this actually comes with a art book and 6 pins, and the game. But it's really, really good. This is a horror-based game. It kind of reminds me a little bit, I know it's not entirely, like Silent Hill and Project Zero kind of together. So really recommend that. And now I can get to the games. Super Bomberman R, very good, but very, very difficult. Super Mario Odyssey, very, very good and has a very good lifespan if you're thinking about getting it for your children. There is a lot to do on it. Super Chariot. This originally I played on the Xbox 360 and now on the Xbox One. A very good game, very simple, very easy. Would recommend it. Puyo Puyo Tetris. I adore Tetris. If you like Tetris, definitely get it. Look for it on eBay though, because it's cheaper. That's why I got this one. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Yes, they originally brought this out on Nintendo Wii, but there is extra levels on this one, and if you load certain amiibo on here as well, I think it's the Super Mario Odyssey exclusive ones, you get extra levels added to it as well. I would recommend. Rune Factory 4 Special. I love Rune Factory, and if you love Harvest Moon / you want to add a bit of fantasy to it, I would definitely recommend it. Why? Because this is basically that, but you get dragons and you get to do battles and go in caves, etc. Very good. Fate External, the Umbrella Star. Personally, my partner bought this for me, and I feel really bad admitting that I've never played it. He adores this series, so I'm going to say I recommend. DreamWorks Dragons Dawn of New Riders. Obviously this is to do with the How to Train Your Dragon franchise series. Absolute took, complete and utter crap. Don't recommend. Don't know how it's still up at 35 goddamn quid. Shining Resistance Reframe. I actually think this is my partner's. This is my other half. I don't know much about it at all, but I know he really recommends it. Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise. See, this is part of this franchise that I just had here, and I would recommend it just because I love my horror-based games. If they rebring Silent Hill out, like they've been redoing Resident Evil, I will be in awe. Unravel 2, so this is based on the original Unravel game. Very good and really fun to play. I would recommend this one. Did I put it back in here? No, it's floating somewhere. Yay, I'll find that later. Brain Training on the Nintendo Switch. It's no different basically from the original Brain Training on 1 and 2 on like the DS and the 3DS. Yes, there may be slight differences as in slight different games. It's no different if you've got a 3DS and you don't want to pay this and you've already got those games, or even if you haven't, they're like 10p in CEX. If you really like the games, then I'd purchase it, but if not, serious, go and get them. Bendy and the Ink Machine. I really enjoyed the franchise. Personally, I watched Matt Pat play it the whole way through before I even bought the game. I really like it. My nose itches when I get nervous, by the way, because I know that's like a trait of mine, and I'm really sorry, but yeah, it happens. Lumo, I purchased this pre-owned $12.99, but from Game by the looks of it. It's basically just a puzzle game, and if you like puzzle games, this is a cheap one and a really cute one. So these are my partners. So this is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Obviously you know I recommend that one. It's very good. They've also got more DLC, and they're doing Breath of the Wild 2. They're doing a new one. This is Sushi Striker, The Way of Shushido. This is the alternative cover, but yeah, 100% recommend it. We have this twice. It's really good. This is his Sonia and Kagura Peach Ball. It's basically pinball with girls. Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, there is, I guess, an essence of hentai in amongst this game, in the sense of the girls are very scantily dressed. You use the balls to hit them with. They make very obvious sexual noises when you hit them with them. This is an immature rated game for a reason. And no, I'm not hating on it. He has the official game here in hard copy, and I have it on download. And yes, I used to play this at work and get very funny looks. The characters all turn into different forms of animals. As you can see, you've got the dog, you've got the little bear, you've got the wolf, you've got the cat, you've got the rabbit, etc. Each girl does have a full gameplay to play on if you want to go through her story, so it does have quite a lot to do in it. I personally really enjoyed it. I'd 100% recommend it. This is the one my parent-in-laws bought me. So The World Ends With You Final Remix. So this is a remastered one of a Nintendo DS game, I believe. Personally, I wanted it on Nintendo DS. This has got a cult following behind it now, so it's very expensive on Nintendo DS. So 100% I would recommend it, but this is the cheaper way to do it. Or if you can't find it on here, just buy it on download from the Nintendo store. 1-2 Switch. This is absolute unless you've got like 5-year-olds. This isn't even personally that fun. We've found when we're drunk. I purchased this because my friend really wanted me to, so I did. It's we don't play it. It's crap. It should be free with the console. Little Dragon Cafe, absolutely adorable. It's basic Harvest Moon with a bit more fantasy essence into it. Your mum falls asleep. You need to work on looking after the cafe, but you get a dragon pair, and it grows with you the more you learn and the more story driven, like further along in the story you get. And obviously the dragon actually changes colour depending on what you feed it to, which is cute. There is a limited edition of this one, and I don't know how much it is now, and it comes with cards as well as a plushie of the dragon. And I wish I'd known that before I purchased this one, because I wouldn't waste my money on purchasing it again, and I believe it is expensive. Mario 8 Deluxe, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, sorry. If you love Mario Kart, I'd recommend it. Otherwise, it's Mario Kart. That's all I can say about it. I honestly am not a Mario Kart person. I bought this one, played this one, and now I am fully into it, and I can do it incredibly well. So yes. Hello Neighbour. Again, I watched Matt Pat play this one completely through on GT Live for all the way through. Loved it. I bought it, and then I've never really played it because I watched him do it, and I love the concept of it, but I kind of know everything that happens. But I will get around to playing it at some point. Kill la Kill. Really love this franchise personally, and this is a very, very good game. This is a 16 plus, and it's a 16 plus for a reason. Sega Mega Drive Classics, over 50 classic games. So this is your standard. This is going to be your Sonics, you know, your Street Fighters, Streets of Rage, etc. So just be prepared to pay 30, 40 quid for a bunch of games you've probably already got or played 100 times. And if you want to play them again, then do it, but if not, think about what you're purchasing. Because if you're purchasing it just for one game, you can probably get that on the Nintendo store like for 2 quid. So check that first. And my nose is really itchy. Pokken Tournament DX. Yes, this is the original game that has just been transferred over from Nintendo Wii U. So if you've never had a Wii U and you wanted to play it, totally get it. It's a very good game, but otherwise, think about that. Lego World, and this features 2 bonus packs of DLC, Classic Space and Monsters. I love a Lego game, very, very good. And I'm gonna kneel down here and itch my nose because I apologise. I said when I'm doing videos, I get nervous. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I got this from Argos. It's really, really good. Personally, it's the 3 games, 3 in 1, so 100% would recommend. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Again, this is basically a transfer over from 2 games. So this is the Wii U game mixed with the 3DS game, and they've transferred it over to make a definitive edition of those 2. So you don't need to buy both and play both. You can play it all on here. And I believe there's quite a lot of DLC for this too. And they're making a second one as well, I believe. Final Fantasy, the Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 7, I think that is. It's not 7, is it? 12. I'm not very good at those kind of numbers, but it's very good. Would recommend. It's basically Final Fantasy, so if you're not into old school Final Fantasy, don't buy it. Nippon Marathon. So this is a multiplayer racing madness game. Basically, it's funny and you just run at like a complete plonker. I'd recommend it. And I think when I purchased it, it was brand new and it was like 25 quid, so it's cheap too. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. So this is a remake of one of the original games. I will put it up here. It's not Back to Nature. I just can't remember the original game now. I think it's obviously Mineral Town. But yeah, so this is originally a Game Boy game. This is back to base, and this is where we want to be in the Harvest Moon community. Like, it sounds so dumb, but they absolutely butchered the series. Long story short, they sold it. It got someone else was making the games and it wasn't the same. This is very, very good. 100%. Thought about literally playing that last night. But yeah. Paper Mario, the Origami King. I purchased this not long after it came out. I haven't opened it. Can't comment. People are saying they don't like it. Don't quite understand why. It's Paper Mario, but in origami. Knights of Azrael 2, Bride of the New Moon. Is that the one that I had? Yeah. So I've never played this. And when I checked it ages ago, recently, it's got Gunvolt in it. So they sold me the wrong game in there. That's that game. So I now need to buy Gunvolt, just the case, and Knights of Azrael 2, just the cart. So that should be fun. Obviously, again, this is the game from up there. So this is Harvest Moon, A Light of Hope. You already know what I think of that one. Sushi Striker, The Way of Shishido. That's my copy. Super Mario Bros. Ultimate, you know about that one. That one's already up there. Namco Museum Arcade Pack. This is basically a lot of Pac-Mans in a lot of different ways. If you don't want to play Pac-Man, don't purchase this game. Other than that, I adore Dig Dug, so that's why I purchased it. You've got Splatterhouse, etc. Again, if you're only buying this for one game, 100% look on the store first, because you can probably get that game cheaper than just buying this. It says 13 in 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 4 versions of Pac-Man on here, so it's not really 13 in 1, is it? That's called packaging. Kirby Star Allies. Personally, I didn't mind this one. Everyone had a big issue with it, and like King DDD, that was like beefed. But yeah, it's actually quite good, and you can play 4-player, which I really like. Final Fantasy X and X-2 Remaster. So again, this does have a big disclaimer up the top, but basically Final Fantasy X is on the game card, but X-2 is basically a download code. So take that into consideration when you're purchasing this, if you purchase it secondhand, because you won't get the download codes. Once it's used, it's used. So you will actually be purchasing just one game, but it says 2 games on the box. This War of Mine Complete Edition. This is an 18+ for a reason. This is a war-driven based reality game where you are thrown into war and you have to make dire decisions whether or not someone eats, which might mean they die, but then if you might take the food off of an old lady to survive yourself, but that means she dies. This is very realistic and it's made for that purpose. Moonlighter. I purchased this for my other half. This is from Argos. It was kind of cheap and I thought he might like it. It's kind of old school fashioned, so I thought that was quite good. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, his version. Harvest Moon Mad Dash. So I actually don't hate this one, and it is a bit of banter just to stick it on and play. It's kind of more of a puzzle based game and is originally based upon an old Nintendo DS game. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Some people don't like it, but then I'm pretty sure they didn't like the original game, so why purchase it? The Incredibles, the Lego The Incredibles, Disney Pixar, really enjoyed it, really good. Again, as I said, I'm biased, I like Lego games. I can play them and I want to collect every little pin and thing that they hide everywhere, or Stanley, depending on what ones you're playing, etc. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, his version. Kotodama, The 7 Mysteries of Fujisu, I think that says. Basically, story-driven based game again, but it kind of looks a bit Tetris-y kind of thing. But either way, I don't think I've played much of that one. Splatoon 2, 100% recommend, really good. They have lots of DLC now as well. And don't forget, like my friend, I told her with her child to take all of his games and make sure she'd got all the points off of every game. She actually listened to me and texted me saying she'd managed to get nearly about £30 worth of points because she didn't realise this, and she actually managed to buy her son the DLC for this game because he loves this game, completely free. So he was ecstatic, she was ecstatic, she didn't have to spend any money. Discare 5 complete. This is the only way that I've got it. As I said, they did do a limited edition, but I'm not paying for that price. Galgun 2, I really like it. Yes, we did get sent like a download, a free copy to review. I personally really enjoyed it. Played a lot of it. Yes, you do shoot pheromones with a special gun at girls' panties. It's 16 plus for a reason. I like that, but so many parents don't take that into consideration. They get angry with these games. They are what they are for a reason, and they're rated by the PGI for a reason. Peggy system. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Another Lego game. It's super cute. You get to play as Baby Groot, and you get to meet like all the characters that you want to. Gal Metal World Tour Edition. So this one is really, really... Sorry, I got a text halfway through that. Really, really similar to stuff like Guitar Hero and stuff like that. So what do I mean by this? The only difference is you are playing as a drummer. Personally, as I said, I love rhythm games. I'm really good at rhythm games. This one is shit. Wouldn't recommend. Yoshi's Crafted World. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not Yoshi's Woolly World. That's what we wanted. That's not what we got. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. I really enjoyed it. It's a Mario game if you just want a Mario game for your Switch. Don't hate on it. That's what it is. It never promised to be anything else. This is a ported game from the Nintendo Wii U. Take that into consideration when you're spending your money. And I have got this little keyring from when we purchased it. So we've got that. Luigi's Mansion 3. You can see I'm a big Luigi's Mansion fan. That is a Luigi's Mansion 2 merchandise, like poster from the store. Yeah, very, very good. Highly recommend it. I played so much of 2 and this was no exception, and I really enjoyed it. Cooking Mama Cooking Star. I purchased this one for a bit of banter. In lockdown, this one went up to ridiculous amounts because apparently they released it without Nintendo's say-so, so Nintendo pulled it, so it was really expensive. I don't know if that is still the case now. It is still expensive, but yeah, I don't mind a Cooking Mama game, like a bit of ease every now and again. Snipper Clippers Cut It Out Together Plus Edition. So it's basically a puzzle game. It's really cute. I would recommend it. You can download this from the eShop if you want to be cheaper. I would do it like that. Soldam. So this is like a Puyo Puyo Tetris game. I purchased this off of eBay, I think, because I just really like this one. I watched another YouTuber who recommended it, so I purchased it off of their reference, and it didn't disappoint. Lego the Ninjago movie video game. 100% love it. I actually was part of, well, originally, obviously, when Ninjago came out, that was my era. I really, really enjoyed it. Just like Bionicles and stuff like that. Hollow Knight. This is a remaster of the original Hollow Knight. Descent into Darkness. But yeah, very, very good. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I'm very good now at Mario Kart. This one is just very, very difficult, and I admit I'm crap at it. That's probably why I'm not into it. The Princess Guide. This is one that I purchased because it is super cute. Like, serious. Like her costume. I want to just, that costume, I want it. But I haven't played much of it, and I really want to, so. Octopath Traveler, his version. Oh yeah, we got these with Crash Team Racing as well. We didn't pre-order it, they were pre-order bonus, but the guy knows me, so he gave them to us. And we also, our final game is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. So, first of all, this has all the music involved. Everyone's hating on it. It never promised to be anything other than just these games ported over. They're not HD, they're not remade, and to be honest with you, the only reason we purchased this was so I don't have to drag the N64 out, the GameCube out, or the Wii out. Or the Wii U if I'm being fancy and want to play it on the Wii U, because you can obviously play Wii games on the Wii U. So, and I know you could play some GameCube games on the Wii U, so that would only be 2 consoles that I'd have to drag out, but it's still, that's the only reason I purchased this. And I've played about 45 minutes of it. Or my other half bought this to me. I played 45 minutes of it. I've never played Mario Galaxy, and I've never played a lot of Sunshine. And that is because when I was a kid, I didn't have those consoles, so I didn't have the platforms to play them on. So yeah, I bought it for that reason as well, so that I can actually totally get into it and give them a proper full go. He bought it for me. So the last couple of things that I will show you, sugar, are these. So I have this. So this was originally my game case. You can buy these. They have Minecraft ones. They have lots of other ones. They only really hold 3, 6, 9, 12 games, and maybe an SD card, etc. Unless you've got very few games, they're good for like strength. They don't break, but other than that, they are took. This is another one of those cases that we have. You can see this one's empty. We purchased this just in case we needed to like carry an extra one, etc. The other game that I do have that is not actively in amongst this is Mario and I think it's Mario Rabbids. I really like that game. They have actually also done tons of DLC, so with Donkey Kong involved, and I would 110% recommend it. So I enjoyed the game so much. I know I have the limited edition, but it's upstairs in the loft. This is Mario as a rabbit from the limited edition set. But as I just said, because I love it that much, I got Luigi, which I freaking love. I found Peach, reduced to clear in game, fully boxed for like a tenner. I purchased her too, because originally every one of these statues was £40, and the limited edition one with the game was 50 or 60. So that was a really good price. And the only one that I'd never seen and never could get was this one, which is Yoshi. And my partner got me this one for Christmas. It didn't come boxed, but he packaged it in a really cute box with some like paper and stuff. Really good. I absolutely love it. And they sit on our shelf window ledge now, judging people as they stay. So it's absolutely fine. But yes, so that is our full Nintendo Switch collection. I had to do it in 2 parts because it is such a long video. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. As I said in the first video, this is what we choose to spend our money on. This is our choice of what we spend our money on. I know plenty of people that are my age that actively and happily spend money on more and more different types of alcohol, i.e. gins in at the moment. When I was a kid, it was vodka, and then it was whiskey. Now it's gin. And they enjoy just pissing it out. I genuinely enjoy collecting things that are physical copies of things and storing them, and enjoy picking them up, playing with them, etc. That is what we enjoy and we choose to spend our money on. What others choose to spend their money on, we don't judge. You go and do what you're going to do. You do yourself, which is awesome. But yes, and I say this because I have had plenty of hate with the, you know, you're showing off and stuff like that. No, I'm very proud of my collection. I'm very proud that after all the years I got put down as a gamer, that I shouldn't be a gamer, by friends, by family, etc. And I got told that I shouldn't be purchasing this stuff because I am a girl. I have been told that many times. That I have stood my ground, and that I have actively said, no, I am happy, and this is what makes me happy, and this is what I'm going to do, and how I'm going to make myself happy by doing what I want to do. So, and that is completely the honest truth. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later on. So